I actually want to.
Weak on the Eddie, debit.
Yeah, in the whip off. That's it, Eddie.
It's stunned over you. He's stunned close.
Yeah, there's two.
And it's time. Another one Calvin. Got him on time.
No, Skulls left. He's wide channeling long.
You guys can play that down. I'll try to go around.
You hacking and use that gun.
One is on grandma's on new. I'm in the back right now.
Right.
One is on milk. Dead. I'll try to kill this guy.
Top time weak. Wait, what's behind me? 10 and 10 and 10. The cheater.
Dead. Yeah.
Nice. The guy on time should be kind of weak. Mid time. We spawn in the back.
Her mid, bro. He's back. Cobble wall.
He's front out.
Our hop is weak,
one
bro.
One is grandma's and one is 10 now.
Got him on time.
Oh my god. This game is so fucking dog.
Report this debit guy. He's doing the console cheats.
Your shit, lunchtime, your shit. You're dog crap, bro.
Yeah, he's console cheating. You can check the the theater mode if you don't believe. Wait, I have a genuine question for you. You cheat and then talk trash. Like, do you actually believe that you're good or no?
How do you lose a 4-stack of pro players, bro?
We have a 3-stack, and you're cheating. We're ignoring the fact that you're cheating and you think you're good. So
Yeah, bro, you ain't good, bro. I thought that was a legit win.
no. Well, I mean, you did good. It's just unfortunate that your teammate's cheating. Well, that sucks. It must just becoming way more popular to do the cheats like that. The fact that we're running into people solo queuing with console cheats is crazy.
Well, maybe if you stop promoting it using your fucking discount code, people wouldn't have it so easily.
Listen, man, they offered me 15%. Can't say no to 15%.
Gotta respect it.
I'm about to
gotta get your bread up.
Exactly. Someone tell Savi that he needs to choose to either get kills or get the hill time. He can't do neither. Can't do neither.
He's just beating me to that every day.
That's a lot of cereal. Nice.
Like, Chroma has better stuff, no? Chroma 2 or 3. Oh, this is so dumb, bro. Why the fuck am I doing this? After this, I'm done. Unless I hit big. After this, I'm actually done. Now I've spent over $1,000 on cases. or glove cases if you're feeling wild. Optic Stan with a prime. Welcome to Zin City. Appreciate you. Case life ain't for everyone. Guys, I need to actually know which one I should get. Let me look. Hold on. Dreams and Nightmares. Doesn't Dreams and Nightmares suck? Should do glove cases? Well, which ones? I need to find that link that Tommy had. The glove cases one? Oh, it's called glove.
Wait, I thought Venmo was for paying people.
Yeah, and for everything else.
Everything.
What was charcoal? Like,
Coned up? No. Cammy, they give it a 60 months, man. Damn. Thank you, Cammy.
Hey Squishy, how is it going?
It's a long time, bro. Thank you so much. Hey guys, if anybody else would like to play, 5 gifted for 1v1 or casual 2v2, 30 more minutes. If you want to get involved in the queue, you'd be next up. If you want to help out with the sub goal, as well as get yourself either a 1v1 against me or a 2v2 with me, feel free to. Always fun playing with you guys. Even when the matches are sweaty, I enjoy playing with you guys. Yo, Stock, thank you for 5 gifted. Thank you, buddy. Meg, I'm telling you, bro, you just gotta, like, I know it's easier said than done, but finding people that are around your skill level that you can queue with automatically will make your experience more fun, especially if you can do voice comms with them. I know you might not always want to do that, but solo queuing is never fun, and yeah. We all know Smurfs are not the greatest in any game. Stock, thank you, bro. 1v1? Okay, Stock, I see you, I see you. What's your epic? What's your epic? Yo, Cajun, thank you for 5 gifted. Wow, they didn't do anything. Fuck. I was gonna flick it. Cajun, thank you, bro. Thank you, Stock, for you, Cajun. Why you gotta fuck me over like that? Oh yeah, Orange is upset that you made me lock in.
Minutes. I want to describe the scene behind me now. You have what I like to call citizen journalists. These are live bloggers, Instagrammers, TikTokers, filming every single day, live streaming what's happening here. There is a massive crowd gathering. There's about 100 people here right now. Some people are wearing free puffy shirts. You've seen that over the last several weeks. And again, Laura, a stunning victory, if you can call it that, but it is, considering that he was facing up to life in prison for Combs and his legal team this morning.
Yeah, no question. The federal prosecutors are going to be massively disappointed with this verdict, even with those 2 guilty counts, Chloe.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay up.
What are we looking at now with regard to years? Of course, as you point out, there will be an appeal. He's got plenty of money to do that, but let's take it from where it stands right now.
I think I saw recently probably saying how he has this coercion and young men using and getting mugged as an example. Like, you have your wallet because you threatened to stab you legal teams usually have an entire legal teams have a specific group of people dedicated to doing the perfect jury selection, and I think that this is one that heavily favored, as far as I understand, the jury, as its demographic profile, the jury heavily was slanted in the direction of defense, male majority. I think in this circumstance, like, even women have the capacity to exhibit misogynistic tendencies, misogynistic opinions, as we've talked about before, because that's how patriarchy works. There are plenty of women, as we saw with, like, the Cuomo stuff, there are plenty of women who, like, automatically assume that, like, guys do this kind of thing. It's normal, right? Not like the oil and the extortion and the sex trafficking, but, like, you know, this is a rich, famous guy. Who's paying unimaginable amounts of money to all of these women. They should be grateful, like, you know what I mean? Like, that could be the attitude of an even older lady, for example, and then that certainly is the attitude of a lot of the men in the jury. It's way, way, way more likely that the men in the jury are going to feel that way. Okay? They also brought up how much expensive stuff Diddy bought for them to say, oh, but he was giving them so much money. Exactly.
I'm still trying to wrap my mind around this. I'm not even sure if I would say there would be an appeal, because for Sean Combs and his defense team, this is a massive win. 3 of the counts that had a life sentence possibility are gone. When it comes to transportation to engage in prostitution,
from what I heard, and it's likely his defense team employed a rarely used tactic called "This Is Real," the Chewbacca defense, which is literally named after a South Park joke. This tactic is basically used to repeatedly ask questions that would be permissible under the rules of evidence, but are only being asked to confuse the jury and make them overthink things. That all being said, there are ways to get through the hostile jurors. It just takes skill and preparation, and the prosecutor's fucked up. I'm just shocked because it's like the feds. That's it. Nah, for real, too many people have a "what did you think would happen" going to that party mentality. It's bogus, and the collective society is fried for so many countries. Yeah, this is one of the most prescient, long-standing parts of every country, like most countries' culture war issues, is like the gender war dynamic. It kind of goes away every couple of years, and because the state is woefully inept at prosecuting these kinds of things, then there is like a decentralized effort to take matters into their own hands, like out of an understandable, genuine desire for justice. Women will sometimes take matters in their own hands. That's how the Me Too movement happened. And when that takes place, there's also like a pendulum swinging in the opposite direction as well. There's also opportunists like the Time's Up movement, people that literally work with Andrew Cuomo that like basically tried to use this real, genuine concern as a means of like career advancement. But then the pendulum swings in the opposite direction. There's also people who are getting articles written about them that is seen as like a career death sentence, I guess, quote unquote. And then that is and it's not over like any sort of serious violation, but instead is treated with the same severity, and then the cultural pendulum swings in the opposite direction, and then you have the Amber Heard, Johnny Depp stuff, and now we're officially in the post-Me Too era, where the pendulum is officially swung in the opposite direction, and people are getting incredibly vicious, like with the Andrew Tates of the world, with the Manosphere. People are getting incredibly vicious for perceived slights, and are actively defending men across the board, unconditionally, without even like looking into it, without even addressing any of it. And it's like it's swung back into the previous standard that was in place already before the Me Too movement. Do you know what I mean? Do you think they intentionally flub this so that any potential blackmail shit will stay hidden? No. No, I don't think P. Diddy's level of like sex party shit was actually being done in a similar fashion to Jeffrey Epstein. So no, I don't think that. Like I don't think P. Diddy or Andrew Tate are like Jeffrey Epstein style sex traffickers. I don't think that they're playing the same fucking role. Like I don't think that that's what's going on. It was Nate. Okay. Like it's similar as far as like crimes being committed. It's not similar as far as like what the goals were here. Okay? You can't compare. Jeffrey Epstein is like truly a unique figure as an asset for intelligence, for numerous intelligence communities, especially Mossad and the CIA. That I believe that Jeffrey Epstein was a sexual blackmail operation.
Okay, so he goes down, gets an octane from Rocket League, and he aerials. He's air rolling right now in Fortnite, and I think he just got a Vicroy. Okay, so he goes down, gets an octane from Rocket League, and he aerials. He's air rolling right now in Fortnite, and I could score 1 goal on a plat and a 1.
No reason to think Diddy wasn't the same for Hollywood. No, I think there is a... What? I feel like you have a little sampling bias. Your job is mostly looking at reactionaries doing things like essay.
The best part about the Trump Elon...
On this point of tax on tips, as one of the only people in this body who has lived off of tips, I want to tell you a little bit about the scam of that tax, a little bit of the fine print there. The cap on that is $25,000. While you're jacking up taxes on people who make less than $50,000 across the United States, while taking away their SNAP, while taking away their Medicaid, while kicking them off of the ACA and their health care extensions. So if you're at home and you're living off tips, you do the math. Is that worth it to you? Losing all your health care, not able to feed your babies, not being able to put a diaper on their bottom in exchange for what? This bill is a deal with the devil. It explodes our national debt. It militarizes our entire economy, and it strips away health care and basic dignity of the American people. For what? To give Elon Musk a tax break and billionaires the greedy taking of our nation. We cannot stand for it, and we will not support it. You should be ashamed.
As Republicans try to frame this monstrosity as somehow being beneficial to anyone but the 86 billionaires in America, it is very important that we point out all of the flaws with this legislation. And of course, one of the biggest is this lie about no tax on tips, that it'll somehow save people so much money, even though there's loopholes included to make sure that people on Wall Street can file away their income as tips and save even more, while the people, as AOC, relying on that income are also having benefits taken away in the forms of cuts to Medicaid, ending SNAP benefits. This is a disaster, and of course it is all in service of billionaires. The very billionaire, of course, that Stephen Miller called out as part of that, but Jamie Raskin had a little preamble to it as well.
Mr. Speaker, I found the preamble to this big ugly bill. We the billionaires and our king, in order to deform and sicken our union, establish injustice, ensure domestic servility, weaken our people's defenses, undermine the general welfare, and reserve to ourselves and our posterity staggering debt servitude for eternity, do hereby instruct the Republicans in Congress to strip 17 million people of their health care, increase co-pays, deductibles, and premiums for everyone else, cut 42 million people off of...
Hollywood sex trafficker, okay?
They don't make them like they used to, bro. They don't make them like they used to, bro. GM Doofy. Yeah, what up, Snorlax? Hold on, we need to, hold on. We need, stop teasing me! We gotta get some throwback bangers on. Come on, man. Come on, man. Give us what we want. What we came here for. You can travel the world. Nothing comes close to the golden coast. What do we got here? Field tested. Fuck you.
Shut up, bitch.
Zen City, if you haven't typed a W yet, I need everybody in here dropping that W. I'm gonna buy some more keys, bear with me. Yo, I don't have enough money for keys. I'm gonna have to...
Sometimes, you know, you could have done better.
In the nearly 200 years of baseball, we've seen some amazing catches. We've seen some extremely stupid catches. We've seen catches that didn't even count as catches. We've seen catches that have saved lives and catches that have almost ended lives. Players will do almost anything to make a catch. This guy went swimming to make a catch. One time, a dog even made a catch. This catch saved a game, almost cost a team their season, almost cost the team to move to another city, and got them into the playoffs at the same time. This catch turned a 12-year-old into a celebrity, made him tens of thousands of dollars, and cost the team their season. Did I mention it was illegal? This is illegal, and this was also called illegal. Every week, there's a catch that wows us, but in the history of baseball, it's never been officially determined what the greatest catch of all time was. Until now. Of all the insane catches on the field, this was the 10th greatest catch in baseball history, and I'll tell you why. Some of the greatest catches don't even happen on the field. This fan caught a ball with fried dough. Catching a ball in food usually ends in disaster. Food all over you. But not this guy. A ball went into his nachos. Not only did he maintain possession and catch the ball, all the nachos got on somebody else. The perfect outcome. This girl caught a ball with their prosthetic leg. This guy caught a ball in an umbrella. This guy went to 30 games a year for 30 years and never caught a ball until this. He caught this ball with his bare hands. It was hit 108 miles per hour in over 415 feet. People will do anything for a foul ball, even put their child's life in danger, and it's amazing. This guy caught a ball with a baby, didn't even leave his seat, and she barely even woke up. This guy caught a ball over Adrian Gonzalez with a child in his arm. This guy had to drop his baby in order to make the catch, but if you ask him, it was probably worth it. But unfortunately for this guy, he dropped his child while trying to make a catch, didn't even catch the ball, and got in a little bit of trouble for doing this. But no fan catch, not even this one, can compare to the 10th greatest catch of all time. This is Dave Davidson. He is a ball hawk, a group of people who wait outside Wrigley Field who fight for home run balls that leave the stadium. Each game you can see dozens of fans lining up trying to make the rare but unbelievable outside the stadium catch. Now, this street is closed for traffic during games, but for decades, these guys were literally dodging cars while trying to catch home run balls outside of the stadium. Dave Davidson has been doing this for close to 40 years. He once caught 2 outside the stadium home runs in one game, but his most impressive feat happened in 2007. Barry Bonds was chasing the all-time home run record. Games were getting sold out everywhere he went. Each home run ball was instantly worth thousands. Closing in on the record, Bonds visited a sold-out Wrigley Field. Fans packed the bleachers hoping to catch a home run ball, but Dave was in his usual spot, and in the second inning, Barry drove one. Disappointed fans watched it fly out of the stadium, but Dave running catch in traffic for a ball that today is worth tens of thousands of dollars, and he didn't even have to buy a ticket. Judging a catch based on difficulty is challenging. According to statisticians who created a stat called catch probability, it's based on 3 key factors: how much distance a fielder covered, how fast he covered that distance, and what direction did he travel. On this play, Billy Hamilton ran over 120 feet in 5.08 seconds, got up to 22 miles per hour, and made a diving catch. 12 of the most technologically advanced cameras on Earth are at each MLB stadium, monitoring where a fielder starts, where he ends, how much distance he covers, how fast he covers that distance, and what direction he runs. All of that info is put into a calculation that decides how great a catch was. On this play, Sal Frelick travels 90 feet, gets up to 27.9 feet per second, hits the wall, and smashes his teammate in the face while making the catch. They gave this a 5% catch probability. But sometimes a great catch looks easy. This play had the same exact catch probability, 5%. But Jacob Young is fast and takes the perfect angle, making it look easy. This amazing looking catch, on the other hand, had a 99% catch probability. The route was so bad, Bellinger made it look hard. So traveling long distances in a short amount of time at the perfect angle on a ball hit at a difficult trajectory and angle is what makes a catch great, which is why this is the 9th best catch of all time.
This one to center field. Denzel Clark on the move back after he stepped over. Brady makes another catch. Oh my God.
According to the stat, this had a 95% catch probability, which makes 0 sense. Catch probability only works for outfielders and cannot calculate things like an approaching wall or the distance a player jumps, or other random annoyances that can make a fielder's life a living nightmare is not factored in, which is why no matter what catch probability says, this is the 8th greatest catch in history. Sometimes in baseball, happens. Like when the Tigers were trying to avoid getting walked off, then a bunch of seagulls came on the field. The center fielder missed the ball and they lost the game because of seagulls. Or when something that is insanely bright and 1.3 million times the size of the Earth, called the sun, blocks the ball and you can't see anything. The sun is undefeated. Nobody has beaten it until Brandon Marsh did this, tracking down a ball on the run. He completely lost it, couldn't see it, and still made the catch. For decades, players had to battle literal bullpens on the field while trying to make catches. Trevor Plouffe was running for this ball, then bam, a bullpen showed up. Yes, the A's had a bullpen on the actual field. So did the Cubs. Even the Giants had one. In 2018, their outfielder tripped and fell on their bullpen so badly, he got a concussion, missed a ton of time, and when he returned, he was never the same player. He since sued the team, saying putting the bullpen on the field led to the injury that cost him millions, and the bullpen soon after was removed. But nobody terrorized fielders in their own stadium worse than the Astros, who for some reason had an actual hill in center field for 17 years. Instead of having a 400-foot fence like everybody else, they pushed their fence back 30 entire feet and added a hill, resulting in some of the best and worst catches ever. People falling face first, tripping and stumbling on the hill. There's also people like Carlos Beltran, who caught a ball 430 feet from home plate. Dave Roberts, who used the hill to his advantage and robbed a home run on the hill. Jim Edmonds, who ran all the way back there and caught one over his shoulder while diving. But none of those are better than the Big Puma.
On the way to Makoviak, sends a high fly ball center. Berkman back up on the terrace. And did he hang on? I believe he did.
Lance Berkman gets turned around at the top of the hill and still makes an over-the-shoulder grab. These are catches that no stat can explain or do justice. Sometimes life throws a literal bat at you and you have to catch it. You get no credit in the stats, but you can't tell me this is not one of the best catches ever. Sometimes an opponent stands right in your way, gets tangled up with you, knocks your glove off of you, and you have to make a catch with no glove. The stat says this is routine. What about when Kevin Mitchell overran a ball, reached up, and caught a ball with his bare hand? Or when David Wright, over his shoulder, reached back and with no glove caught this thing? The stats give no extra credit for making an out with no glove. But this guy made an out with no arm, and that's why it's the 7th greatest catch in history. Vince Velasquez is a right-handed pitcher. He's always been a right-handed pitcher, but Adam Eaton smokes one at him 96 miles per hour in the arm. Moments later, he'll be on the ground, writhing in pain, and have to go on the injured list. But in the moment,
curveball, it hits Velasquez, and he's going to throw left-handed. How about that?
knowing his arm is screwed, he ditches his glove and chucks a ball to first base with his left arm to get the out and save a run. Putting your health, even life, on the line for your team will always be impressive. Just look at Buck Martinez, who made the 6th greatest play in history, and it cost him his career. Plays like this make you a legend, like when Derek Jeter in a tie game in extra innings against his rivals went face first into the stands to make this catch. His face was visibly bruised. He needed 7 stitches, but it ended up winning them the game. Aaron Rowan's face looked like this after he broke his nose going full speed into a metal railing in center field in Philadelphia. Rodney McRae destroyed a wall, went right through it, and made a catch. It wasn't even a major league game. Turner Ward went through a fiberglass wall that cut up his entire body, hurt his shoulder and his elbow, and still got the ball in. He did this while his team was losing 9-0. But not even that compares to staring down a 250-pound grown man going full speed directly at you, knowing gonna get destroyed, but taking it on the chin anyway. Until recently, catchers were doing this since baseball was invented. They had no other choice but to wear it, and nobody did it better than Buck Martinez in a game in 1985. It's a tie game. There's a single to right field. The entire stadium is cheering this guy to score. The throw comes in, and the runner destroys Buck Martinez. He's out, and Martinez is on the ground. He cannot move. He has a broken fibula and a dislocated ankle, but he still makes the throw to third. The ball gets away, and another runner is coming home. Martinez somehow catches a throw while on the ground, then pivots to get another guy out. 2 outfield assists in one play by 2 different outfielders, and Buck Martinez caught both of them. He was 36 and would be carried off the field, missed the rest of the season, and was only able to play 81 more games before retiring. A play so good that it ended a career. But it's still not as good as this play, because this one almost ended an entire franchise. Ken Griffey Jr. was never not making an unbelievable catch. He ran about 200 feet and catapulted himself off the wall to make this catch. He almost ran as far for this one and robbed a home run that was so far over the fence, he got a standing ovation in an away stadium. Robbing home runs was easy for him. Watch him time this one up and take it back with what looks like 0 effort. But his greatest catch happened in 1995. The Mariners were a terrible franchise, truly despicable. They'd been around since 1977, and they hadn't made the playoffs once. They had just finished dead last in attendance. Ownership needed to replace the old decrepit stadium, but the city wouldn't fund any of it. Other cities like Tampa Bay would have loved to fund a stadium, so it was clear, unless